Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And last time we talked about random experiments. Today we're diving into something a bit more complex called sample spaces, but it is simpler than it sounds. So let's jump right in. Let's start with a simple definition. Sample space is simply like the set of all possible outcomes from a random experiment. Each individual outcome of this sample space is called a sample point. Now let me show you something really interesting with a die roll. We can describe its simple space in different ways. We could list every possible number, every possible outcome using a number. We can say 1, 2, 3, and so on until the 6, right? This is the set of all possible outcomes. This is essentially the sample space. And we can say that we have a sample space as, let me show you, which is equivalent to sample space, which is consisting of odd numbers and even numbers, obviously. So odd numbers are odd numbers and even numbers are even numbers. So the catch is that the second way, it is valid, but might not give us enough information. So for example, if we wanted to know which numbers are divisible by 3, this sample space like odd and even would not help us at all. So it doesn't give us enough valuable and meaningful information, and working with numbers is much more convenient in mathematical sense. And sometimes it is helpful to show sample spaces visually, especially with numbers. Let me show you a cool example. Suppose we toss a coin twice, and instead of writing h, t, and t as a sample space, we can just plot it on the graph using 0 and 1. So let me show you. For example, we chose to have 0 for tails and 1 for heads. So let's just demonstrate this on a graph. We might have 0, 1, for example, 0, 1, this is the tail and then goes the head. Also, we have another point, which is the head and then goes the head, and 0 and 0, which is the tail and tail on the second toss, and 1 and 0, which is the head, and then goes the tail. So that's essentially it is the 1, and the tail, it is the 0. So we have 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 0. Yeah, so this is much more convenient and appropriate way in terms of axiomatic approach. So later on, we're going to use these visual representations a lot during our course. So that's something cool about the mathematical approach and axiomatic approach here. And now here's where it gets really interesting, because sample space come in different sizes. Sample space can be finite, like our die with 6 outcomes. It can be countably infinite. Think of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and all natural numbers. So the set of natural numbers is essentially countably infinite. It is infinite, but it is countable. And the last one is non-countably infinite. We can count this set, and it is infinite. It could be the points between the segment. The segment can contain the points, infinite number of points, and non-countable infinite number of points, right? From 0 to 1. There are lots of points between 0 and 1, and we can actually count them because they don't have like holes. There are no holes. We can infinitely scale up the size of this segment, and we can infinitely choose the number between two rational numbers, between two real numbers. So between two real numbers like the number A and number B, there are infinite amount of numbers between them. We can always put another number here like number C. That's why we can count these numbers, and that's why there are infinite amount of numbers here. So these kind of sets, like from 0 until the 1, is called non-countably infinite, or in other words, it is also called non-discrete set. While the countable infinite set, or just finite set, just finite sample space, are called discrete sample spaces or discrete sets. So that's something we're gonna work with in our future videos. And next time we'll look at how we can use these sample spaces to start calculating probabilities in practice. And I really hope you found this video helpful. So see you in the next episode.